What's up, YouTube? This is my first YouTube live. This is Paul Salazar at Hilton and Hyland Real Estate. And I'm also on Instagram Live. So as you can see here, I'm doing my first YouTube Live as well as Instagram Live. What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. What a week. It's going to be a very short week for me. Tonight, I am flying to Miami to the Bitcoin conference. So I'm excited about that. What's up, the mortgage guru? How are you? All right. So if you guys are on, I'm not sure on YouTube here if you guys can ask any questions, but let me tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm gonna be doing this every week on Thursday, and I'm gonna be talking about what I do. I'm a luxury real estate agent in Beverly Hills, and I've been doing it for the last 16 years now. In Beverly Hills for the last 12 years. So I'm on here, just kind of talk about my story, talk about my everyday life in terms of real estate, and what my struggles are and everything. If you guys are wondering why I'm wearing this shirt right here, this is the Colombian national jersey. Today they're playing against Peru in a World Cup qualifier, so I'm excited for that. What's up, Spencer? Mac, what's up? Justin's Realtor, financial coach. Vanessa, what's up? Marissa. So, guys, I wanted to let you know, check this out. I am on YouTube Live. This is my first YouTube Live, so I'm going to put my iPad right over here. So I'm looking at the same camera. All right. So if you guys are on Instagram or if you're on YouTube, follow me on Instagram at Paul Salazar Group. And if you're on Instagram right now, follow me at, I'm not sure if it's at, but it's Paul Salazar, Hilton and Hyland. Follow my YouTube page. I only have 30 subscribers on my YouTube page. I want to get that up to 10,000 in the next couple of years. So I need, I'm working on that strategy right now for my business. I think YouTube is a huge free portal for us to talk about our business, to promote our listings, and just to get more clients in the future. So that's one of my next lead pillars is really YouTube, just going really hard on that, understanding how that system works, right? I've been on Instagram for a couple of years on my business page, and I have a social media director that understands Instagram. He doesn't really understand YouTube as much, but we're going to learn together and we're going to understand the process, what works, what doesn't work on YouTube. I just did my first 30-minute drive-by through a neighborhood called East Venice. It's part of my geo farm. So what I'm going to start doing is every month I'm going to hit up a new area, either in the West Side or Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Hollywood Hills. I'm going to drive by for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and I'm going to be talking about the area, the restaurants in the area, the prices, what's going on in the area. And I'm going to put it on YouTube, on Instagram as well. So if you guys are on my Instagram page right now, you can see my last post talks about this drive-by I did in Venice. And if you go to my bio, my link tree link, you can access that video. If you're on YouTube right now, you can go to my my homepage on YouTube and check it out. I'm driving by East Venice and I'm talking about the sales in the area. I'm talking about developer opportunities. I'm talking about parks, the golf course, the schools, the community, restaurants and bars in the area. So I think you guys will like it. Financial coach Vanessa, Colombia. Yes. Awesome. I love it. I love how you guys love this shirt. Sports, I grew up playing soccer and a little bit of baseball and basketball. So I've always been big on sports. I played soccer in college. So I'm a huge soccer fan and my team is Colombia. Both my parents are born and raised in Colombia and they came here in their 20s. So when they raised me as a kid, all I knew was Colombia. It was Colombian music. It was Colombian food. It was my Colombian aunts and uncles and cousins. We didn't really have a lot of American influence besides just kind of, going to the store, going to a restaurant. But my first language was Spanish. Anyway, that was my mom texting me right now. Let me put my phone down. So growing up, my dad would take me to the Colombian games. And back then, the World Cup qualifying games were called closed circuit. So you couldn't watch these games at home. You'd have to go to a restaurant or a bar that actually paid like a grand or $2,000 to get the game. And so that was a fun experience because now I can just go on my computer and watch the game. I'm talking about World Cup qualifying games in South America. And back in the day, we had to go again, go to a restaurant, go to a bar. There's a ton of people. It was really, really fun. So it's a little bit different now. I mean, I do enjoy the fact that I can just watch the game on my phone or on my computer, but I also do miss the fact that we would, go to a restaurant, go to a bar with my dad, and we watched the game. So it was, that was probably one of my best childhood memories is just supporting the Colombia national team. And I was 11 years old when the 1994 World Cup came to the United States, and Colombia got selected to play at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. So my dad, I remember he bought like 30 tickets, and he invited friends from Mexico, from Colombia, and we all got together at our house next to Pasadena, and we would all drive, 4 or 5 cars, playing the, Colombian national anthem, or like the Colombia actually made an album just for that soccer team. If you guys watch soccer, Carlos Valderrama was like the star of that team back in '94. So we're all be wearing like the Carlos Valderrama wigs. It was a good time. So the reason why I'm wearing this shirt is because I'm Colombian, and Colombia is playing against Peru tonight at 7 o'clock. Anyway, let's talk about real estate. I just got a new listing from calling an expired. It was an expired I called in January, and we had a good conversation. But I think he was just, kind of taking a break from the showings and just like the stress of having your house on the market. And very, very nice couple from Europe, and they'll live in a certain country for 4 or 5 years, and then they'll move to some other place. So right now they're in that transition of moving from Beverly Hills to Miami, and they got a beautiful condo. It's a 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,000 square feet, right in the heart of Beverly Hills. It's a great location. You can walk to all the great restaurants on Rodeo Drive and Beverly and Cannon, Rexford, all those streets. It's right off of Palm, just south of Wilshire. So great location. And we're listing that at the end of the month for just under $2.1 million. And again, I talked to that expired back in January, and I sent him some information about myself. I have a really nice brochure. Actually, let me show you that brochure because I think you guys will like it. So I spent about 2 months or 2 or 3 months making this brochure, and another 2 or 3 months designing it with my marketing person. It's called From Expired to Sold. All right. And let me say hi to RowFlow Realtor, Coral Ridge Agent. What's up? Wonderful Becca. What's up? SB Realtor Pros. What's up? SB, are you in Santa Barbara? Jennifer Saizon. What is up? Kayla Basil. What's up? Bila Zaffer. What's up? And then the Mortgage Girl says, cool shirt, brother. And Financial Coach Vanessa says, Columbia, yay. So awesome responses. This is my brochure, and I send this to expireds after I have a call with them. I don't send it to all the expireds because this is a very expensive brochure. This is probably, I think I got 500 and it cost me $2,000. So I don't know, what is that? $2 per brochure. It's not that expensive. Actually, no, it's $4 per brochure. So these cost $4 a piece. Not a lot of money, but I'm not sending it to every single expired, right? I send them, if I have a good conversation, I'll send this to them. So it's a soft touch, okay? Very clean design. So I'll send this over in a real nice white Hilton and Hyland envelope. And it has my bio here. My bio here talks about, my years in the business, 15 plus years in the business. I sold over $500 million worth of real estate. I've served over 200 clients. All right, we got some new people here on Instagram Live. Jasmine, Roger Real Estate, what's up? A-List Real Estate, us, what's up? Alvarez MP, what's up? Lauren, Coda, KMS Realty, what's up? All right, so this is what I send to expired or canceled listings. Again, it's my bio. It talks about me a little bit, so you can see that there. My bio, it talks about all the big sales I've had up to $20 million. And then actually, this is a letter to the seller, and this is my bio right here. On the other page, I talk about top questions to ask when interviewing new agents. So I'm already prepping them to interview an agent by having this on here. So I'm saying, hey, you should probably interview new agents, and these are the questions you should be asking those agents, right? So the first question is, why didn't my home sell the first time? I think this is a really important question when prospecting to expired or cancel listings, because they're frustrated, right? And they're being told by their agent that it's probably price, but it could be a lot of different things. I would say 50% is price, and then the other 50% could be marketing, could be the agent, could be a lot of different things, right? The floor plan, all these different things. Um, and if it's not marketing or if it's not the agent, then it's got to be price, right? If the floor plan is bad or the house needs some changes, then the price has to come down, right? The other four questions I have here is, what is your experience and track record with selling properties that have already been on the market? And I asked that question on purpose because it's a very, very good question when they ask me, because I have experience selling expired and cancel listings. So I'm telling them here, you should hire somebody who has experience selling cancel and expired listings. And the reason why is because it takes a special agent that knows what they're doing, right? The property could be on the market for 6 months or a month or even 3 years. I sold expired or canceled listings that were on the market for a month, for 6 months, or even 3 years, right? I sold that whole range of expired listings. And and the reason why it's important to hire somebody who has experience as a seller is, you have to know why the property didn't sell and what changes to make. And B, you just have to know how to rebrand a property. If you don't know how to rebrand a property, then it'll be the same stale listing that it was before, right? Again, it could be price, but a lot of the times it's marketing, and a lot of times it's just an agent, educating the seller. Hey, let's paint this room neutral. Let's stage this property. Let's change the countertops. Let's do a light rehab. I just sold the property for $200,000 over asking price in Venice. We had it at 1.6 million. We got close to 1.8 million, and we got 9 offers. And the seller followed my advice. What did I tell her? Let's do a light rehab. Let's spend around 20 grand. So what we did is we painted the interior. We added new kitchen countertops. We changed all the bathroom fixtures. We painted all the bathroom and kitchen cabinets. We changed the hardware, all the drawer pulls, and all the small little pieces like all the doorknobs. We changed those. We changed all the light fixtures. She spent 20 grand. She spent 8 grand on the staging, so around 30 grand total. And we're getting probably $200,000 or $300,000 more than she would have gotten if she didn't do anything to the property. So a lot of agents get lazy, or they don't know how to sell the seller with spending a little bit of cash to get the property ready for the market, right? I think it's really important for agents to really just educate the seller. They're leaning on you. Hey, mom, they're leaning on you as the agent to educate them, right? So have the courage to just be honest with them. Hey, this is what you should do to get the house ready for market, right? Get the listing signed first, though. Don't tell them that they have to make all these changes and then ask for the listing to get signed, because a lot of times the seller isn't going to like it, and they will not sign with you, right? Because they don't like what you're saying. So you have to be really careful with how you tell a seller, hey, let's make some changes to your house before you come on the market so you can get top dollar, right? So what I suggest is, first, get the listing signed. After, talk about what you recommend they do to get the house ready for the market. If they don't want to paint, they don't want to stage, I get that. It's a lot of money. Maybe what you can do is you can just declutter the house, which is really important. You can move some furniture around, eliminate some furniture so the space looks bigger, right? A lot of times these sellers accumulate things over time. Everybody does. When I do it the same, I do the same thing. I accumulate and accumulate, but I try to purge every couple of years, right? Otherwise, my my place is going to be full of stuff. But a lot of time these sellers don't sell anything. They don't purge, right? So they have so much stuff at the house, and it's so distracting for a buyer to look through that, right? To see past that. So as the agent, we have to educate our sellers. Hey, listen, make these changes, and you're going to get more money, right? Really believe it, because you know that buyers don't have vision, right? Most buyers do not have vision. Most buyers don't work, right? So if you can do the work for them, even small things, it goes a long way. So that's my question about what is your experience and track record with selling properties that have already been on the market. All right, so we got some new people on here. My mom is on here. Hey, mom, joining from Colombia. Hopefully, she's going to watch Colombia beat Peru today at 7 o'clock. We have Lauren Cotta here. I'm listing lifestyles. Be part of something super. I like that. Mojo Boss Lady, what's up? Insomniac Remodeling, what's up? Insomniac, are you not sleeping and remodeling all night long? BHAG Winks. I'm not sure what that means. Arthur DM Realty, what's up? Love your soccer team. Sure. Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Let's go, Colombia. Sold by Jen, what's up? And Joe Henny Property, what's up? All right, guys. If you're watching from YouTube or if you're on Instagram, I'm on my first YouTube live. You can see right there, my first YouTube live. And YouTube, we got one person on there. All right, that's better than none. All right, so I want to show you the rest of my brochure here. And so the other questions here on my brochure is these are top questions to ask when interviewing agents. Again, I'm mailing this or dropping it off in person to an expired or canceled listing, and one of my pages talks about what questions they should ask when interviewing new agents. So I'm basically telling them here, you should be interviewing new agents, and when you interview me, ask these questions because I know how to answer them, right? One is, what are your averages for list price to sales price ratio and days on market? Why is that important? If an agent has a 98% average of list price to sell price, that means that the seller should get within 3% of their asking price. So that shows how good that agent is with pricing the property and also getting top dollar for the seller. The next question is, how many days on market are your properties, right? If the less days on market you have as an agent, it's perceived to many as you're a better agent because you're able to get the job done quicker, right? So if your average days on market for your listings over the last 2 years is 10 days, then the seller can get excited, like, wow, this guy is a good agent. He can get my property sold quickly. Okay. All right. So we got CISO Will, Amber Lynn, and Lucy Lee. What's up, guys? Let me get some water or my coconut drink. I'm a little thirsty. All right. So the other questions are, what strategies will you use to reintroduce my property to the market? That's a really important question to ask. And I don't think sellers understand or know why you would even ask that question. Why is that important as a seller? Well, first, you want to find out, hey, what are you going to do differently than my last agent to get the job done, right? A lot of sellers think that their current agent is the best agent. They're probably friends. There's probably family. It's probably somebody they know very good, and they're almost a friend, right? So how do you tell that seller or show that seller visually how you can sell this property if it's already been on the market? Like, if this agent did it, or if this agent couldn't do it, how can you do it, right? So you have to have a good story on why you can do the job, right? Whatever that is, your marketing plan, your network, whatever that may be, you should have that answer for the seller. How well do you know the buyer pool, and how will you specifically market to them? I think that's really important, right? So let me give you an example. A recent example of 1820 Glendon Avenue in Venice. This is the house I just sold for close to $1.8 million. And we staged that property for the buyer that was going to buy it, right? I knew the buyer was going to be somebody in their mid 30s. They have a kid or maybe two kids, or they're a couple. They're married, right? Maybe pregnant. It's a perfect starter home in a phenomenal location. And I knew who the buyer is, right? This area, Venice, is very boho chic. So boho chic is like it's like a desert vibe, right? You have macrame. So if you look up here, I have that plant. Like they have plants like that everywhere. They have macrame everywhere. If you Google boho chic, that's the style people like here in Venice, right? So if you know the buyers, then you know how to market to them, right? So I picked a stager that knows how to stage this type of property. Okay, I didn't pick a stager that was staging in Beverly Hills or in Bel Air or in Hollywood Hills. Those are different types of buyers. Here in Venice, they like boho chic. So we staged the boho chic and everybody fell in love. And the photos look phenomenal. So I highly recommend that you guys check out that property. I think I have the brochure for that property right here. Oh, I do. So check out the brochure for this property. It's really, really beautiful. Jessica, what's up? Carpentry, what's up? So this is my brochure for my new listing that sold in 5 days. So it's a beautiful trifold brochure. Have the floor plan and site plan all in one right there. We have a great photo of the garage, which we kind of converted into an ADU / guest house. And then here we have a great aerial showing the lot. We have a great photo of the dining room. A great photo of the exterior. Beautiful evening shot, twilight shots. If you don't do twilight shots, you should definitely do twilight shots for all your listings. They look much better. Cess PC, what's up from Puebla, Mexico? Merlin Rochas, what's up? And then on the back, we have a description, the property website, some specs on the property, and the QR code, right? So if you scan that QR code, you will go straight to the website. So that is my property website. Really, really nice. Not that expensive. It's like $80 for 50 brochures. So let me continue talking about my expired to sold brochure, which I love and is very effective. I just got a listing because I sent this to an expired and canceled listing, and they called me up. Actually, they emailed me and they said, "Hey, can you come over tomorrow?" I mean, it couldn't have gotten easier than that, right? Like I literally called the seller in January, and I sent him a brochure after our conversation. And 3 months later, he emails me and says, "Hey, come over. I got it signed. We're gonna come on the market in 3 weeks." So that's a cool story, right? We have a few seller success stories. So this is basically called social proof. I'm showing them that I've actually sold properties like theirs that have been sitting on the market, right? So if they go to this website, they'll see all the photos and everything. And it talks about how we did it. So we removed the tree for better city views. We did home staging and design. We painted the entrance and walkways for better curb appeal. We pressure washed the walkways and the deck. We took aerial photography and twilight photography. We did a custom website with video. We did direct mail and email blast. And we did targeted Instagram and Facebook ads. So that's how we sold the property, what we did. So I'm showing them what we did. And then over here, these are the results, right? Expired to sold results. It said here, number of agents before Paul Salazar, 7. This is on the market for 3 years before I sold it, right? They had 7 different agents. They had 0 offers in those 3 years on the market. We received 2 offers in 20 days. That's amazing. So it was on the market for 3 years with 7 different agents. Think about that. 3 years, 7 different agents. I took over as a new agent, and I sold it for 98% of list price, which is right here. I got 2 offers in 20 days, sold for 98% of list price. So I have all the specs right here for that seller, showcasing that I sold properties just like theirs. What's up, Elise Nova? How are you? Long time. Cess PC says, "What's up, my friend? Good to see you again." Cess, do you recognize this jersey, the Columbia jersey? And Elise, what's up? All right, so let me show you what else this has. Rebranding your house. So I kind of talk about how we rebrand properties. I talk about what my average list price to sell price ratio and my average days on market for expired properties. All right. Another case study here, another seller success story. Arthur DM, what's up? Greetings from Fresno. Oh, nice, man. That's not too far away from here. We talk about Hilton and Hyland right here on this page. If you guys don't know Hilton and Hyland, we're probably known as the top luxury brokerage in the world. We sell properties, north of $200 million. So I'm definitely going to talk about the brokerage I work for. Another seller success story right here talks about how it got featured on the LA Times. And I talk about the importance of staging, because a lot of people, they think that staging is a waste of money, but staging is probably one of the best returns on an investment you can have for a property, right? For a seller. We talk about our concierge service, and the reason why I wanted to put a concierge service page here is because I'm competing with Compass, and Compass has their own concierge service, right? So I have to compete with that. So I'm telling them here that I can compete with their service, right? So it talks about that, I help out with staging, with landscaping, painting, contractors, permits, cleaning, movers, or any kind of repairs, plumbers, mold, electrical, sewer lines. So I'm the one-stop guy for all their needs regarding the house. If they have any problems with plumbing, call Paul. I got some great referrals for you. If I got a problem with a rat problem or a skunk problem, call Paul. Paul has the right person for you, right? I have contacts for every single type of issue or problem a house could have. If they have draining problem, sewer problems, electrical problems, roof problems, asbestos, you name it. I have 3 different contractors for every single thing, right? So you want to be that realtor for your seller, for your client, so that you're always top of mind. Always call Paul regarding the house, right? So anyway, that's my spiel on this. Hope you guys liked it. Davison Sanchez number, right? Actually, I'm not sure if that's his number. This is my number when I was playing in college, and I actually got this custom made. So I have my last name on here. I have my last name on here and everything. I actually got this shirt made for the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, and 2 of my college buddies I played soccer with in college, and my other buddy Dave. We all went to Brazil together for 3 weeks, and we watched 6 games. 2 of them being games from the Colombian national team. So that was really, really fun. It was really special. Guys, long day. I'm exhausted. I have a flight tonight at midnight going to Miami. I'm going to the Bitcoin conference, so I'm really excited about that. I believe in Bitcoin. One of my good buddies, Juan, who is a huge Bitcoin guy, he's slowly kind of pitching it to me, and I'm starting to learn how it works. So I'm going to the conference tomorrow. The founder of Twitter, Jack, what's the guy? Jack, I forgot his name, Jack something, and also the founder of Square, like some really big time people, billionaires, are going to be at this conference talking about this investment asset. So I'm really excited about going there. Alistair, real estate, no problem. I always love to help anybody out. I started selling houses for $200,000 in Rancho Cucamonga, in the suburbs of San Bernardino, and I ended up moving over to Beverly Hills area, where now I'm selling houses, as high as $22 million. So I've been there from the bottom, and now I'm at the top, but I still have a lot more to go. And I'm just excited to be here and share any information that you guys want. All right, so somebody has a question. Absolutely, Josting Realtor. I have no problem sharing. Seth PC says, a question: how much money you spent selling that property? So the one on Glendon, this I spent about 2 to 3 grand. I think no, 2 grand. 2 grand for the photography, daytime photography, nighttime photography, floor plan, site plan, video, drone, so aerial video, aerial images, daytime and evening images. And what else did we do? We did these brochures, we did direct mail. So about 2 grand market this property, and I'll be making, a little over $80,000 on that, because I'm representing the buyer on this deal as well. So it's going to be a really nice commission for this sell. Any advice for a new realtor? The best advice is either get a coach, right, if you can afford it. Have a mentor, right? Somebody who's been in the business for 10, 20 years, and that is willing to help you out by giving you advice. Prospect. That's so important. A lot of agents don't prospect, and they wonder why they're not doing well, or their business is like this, up and down, instead of going like this, right? Going up slowly, little by little, right? So prospect 2 hours a day. I spend 2 hours a day, maybe 3 hours a day cold calling, right? So that's super, super important. I think those are like the main things. If you can hire a coach, get a mentor, and prospect, and have a business plan. Treat it like a business. Have a calendar, time block things. Have meetings with or if you have an assistant, have meetings with them, right? So I have an assistant, and we have meetings every single morning. A Zoom meeting, 8 o'clock sharp, for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, sometimes no more than an hour, and we just go over what the goals are for the day, all that stuff. Stay organized. I have a lot of tips, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is learn the business, right? By learning what other top agents are doing. If they're doing something, it's working for them. So just copy what they're doing, right? And prospect at least 2 or 3 hours a day. Door knock, send out mailers, cold call, go on social media. There's so many different ways for us to get business nowadays. There's no excuse, right? If you don't like the door knock, fine, but cold call. If you don't like the cold call, fine, then send mailers. If you don't like to send mailers, fine, go on social media. If you don't like to go on social media, then you probably shouldn't be in the business. All right, guys, I am off to Miami. I will see you guys later. Maybe I'll do a live in Miami over the weekend and show you guys, where we're staying. We're staying in South Beach at the Fountain Blue. I've never stayed there before. We're going to the Bitcoin conference with two of my best friends, so I'm really excited about that, to share time with them, but also just learn the asset, understand it, talk to billionaires, and see how I can introduce Bitcoin into the luxury market space. I think that's a great way to separate myself from any other realtor here in town. Is how can I be the Bitcoin guy of luxury real estate in Beverly Hills? That's going to be me, right? So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you guys have any questions, as always, you can email me, you can call me, you can text me, you can DM me. You can find my information on my website, paulsalazargroup.com. You obviously know that I'm on Instagram at Paul Salazar Group. I'm on YouTube as well. Please give me a subscribe on YouTube, Paul Salazar, Hilton and Hyland. Facebook as well, LinkedIn, and as well as TikTok. I just started my first TikTok at Paul Salazar Group. I did my first video, trying to be funny. I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of TikToks, but I know that it's a very powerful way to get your name out there. So I have to take it a little bit more seriously. But anyway, until next time, guys, have a great weekend. I'll see you next Thursday. Bye. Oh, what's up, Joe? I'll see you later, buddy. All right, guys, I'm out. Thanks for watching.